So I was just thinking, I just feel like I want to say a little something more. Um, yeah, so I was thinking about all kinds of things that I had kind of dreamt about. It's like when I was a kid, when I didn't know what to do with my time, I fell I fell back onto the easy. The easy was I could just go into the TV room and just fucking press the button, turn fucking Final Fantasy on. It was easy, It's just like I already have the PlayStation, I already have the Final Fantasy game. I can just press it on and then just play it. So I would just do that. I would just press the button like PlayStation or whatever, and then it's like, and then the freaking game would turn on. It'd be like, oh, amazing, and then it'd be like, all right, jump on the chocobo or whatever. They'd be like, oh, this is the part in the game I'm at or whatever. And it'd be like, all right, oh, get the HPs and all this or whatever. And then there'd be like, other things that you would experience in that game, and like it was like a fun thing to do that you just do when you don't know what else to do, and it's easy. It's not you don't have to do anything other than fucking press like 10 buttons or whatever, and then. But then what was wild about it was that I wasn't really knowing why I was playing the fucking game in the first place. That's the thing. I didn't know why I was playing it. It was just something to do. And I liked it. So I was like, alright, I guess that's what I'll do. And then freaking my Boku no Tomodachi Daisuke would come over, Boku no Uchi, and then we would fucking play this fucking Squaresoft game. And and yeah, it's just that was like my childhood. I fucking played video games when I didn't know what else to do, and then fucking got inspired and just tried to like come up with some sort of reason for why things didn't make sense. Well, at least this is fun. And yeah, so that was let me just make sure it's still recording. Okay, good. Alright, yeah, so anyways, that's what it is. It's like, look, I don't give a fuck about Superman, I don't give a fuck about Batman, I don't give a fuck about Avengers, I don't give a fuck about Tom, what the fuck his name is, Hollywood, fuck all that bullshit. I don't care. But what I do care about is this. There were things that meant things in my heart when I was a kid, and they still mean things in my heart now. So because I had a connection to wanting life to be awesome and not accepting life to be dumb and boring, I strived for things to be fun, interesting, inspiring. But really all I could do was what I could do. Go to the library, go to Barnes and Noble, maybe watch a movie, play video games, read Mad Magazine. And that was about, and make art. But other than that, that was about it, because there wasn't much else I could do. I was going to fucking school. Like, when I was in school, the fucking teachers were, oh, in the year 1814, some fucking dumb idiot punched some guy in the face, and then fucking this other guy shot this other guy, and then there's this war and all this fucking dumb shit. And then it's like, I don't want to hear about this stupid shit. I don't care. I don't care what happened in 1816 or whatever. But when you're in school, they're like, oh, we gotta remember the fucking war heroes' names and all this. And it's like I don't want to learn about that shit. I don't care. But yet that was what people wanted you to remember about because freaking that was what the fucking school made you learn about. So, you know, then you know, you read your textbooks about some stupid guy who fought in a war with some other stupid idiot who fought in a stupid war and they fucking battled for land or battled for fucking their bullshit that doesn't matter and then like it was just like okay, so that's important, not really, but okay, I guess we need to study this shit because this is our class. And then it's like so then and then you go home and you're like, all right, that was so boring, that was so dumb. At least I'm done with that. Now fucking PlayStation. So you freaking like you know. So then you turn on your little freaking PlayStation, fucking Squaresoft shit, and you're just like, yes, this is what I am loving, you know. And then freaking, you know, all these freaking, you know, graphics on the game system show up, and you're just like, damn, this is interesting. And then it's like, oh, come into dinner, Scott. I made teriyaki chicken. And it's like, I don't really want to eat teriyaki chicken every fucking week. But my mom, she loved to cook stupid teriyaki chicken. No, I'm not saying it wasn't tasty. I mean, to be honest, it was, you know, supposedly tasty. Supposedly, but not really what I really wanted. Honto ni not really what I wanted to be eating. What I really wanted to be eating, I wasn't eating. Because my mom and my dad didn't want me to fucking be happy. They wanted to be in there like, oh, we're your parents. Oh, we go to work. Oh, you go to school. So, oh, we're gonna do the parent thing. You're gonna be the one that is not as educated and not as life experienced as us because that's just how it is. Okay. And it's like, no, that's not the case. That's what they wanted it to be. That was not the case. That's why things aligned how they aligned with fucking, you know, mass production of entertainment and all that because things weren't how they should be. You have the fake, you know, the fake existence of all the parents, all the kids, all the school, all the fucking dumb foods to eat because they're convenient, you know, all that shit. But like that wasn't what it was supposed to be. That's just what it was. So that's why at least I realized that even though I knew things weren't how I wanted them, what I could do? The only thing I could do, like I said earlier, is try to enjoy my life. Try. Not even if I wanted to have things different, I really couldn't have things different at that time because what am I supposed to do? Drop out of school? Drop out of school and fucking walk around and pretend like, you know, things are gonna be good when like, no, you gotta finish school, you gotta freaking be done with high school and then go to college and then fucking get a job or whatever. That's what you gotta do, right? So like, I'm not gonna just be like some dropout or something. So that's why, like, you know, I studied my stupid homeworks, tried to put up with the dumb bullshit, and then like try to get good grades. And then it's like, once I graduated from high school, I'm like, oh, so glad I'm done with that stupid bullshit. Now I can actually enjoy my life and go to college. So then I fucking, did the whole college New York thing, and it's like, yeah, I mean, it was also dumb, fake, but I tried to do the thing that you're supposed to do or whatever. And yeah, I mean, that's what I tried to do. But again, my heart knew that that wasn't what I honestly, genuinely wanted. It was what I was supposed to do, to be the successful, person or whatever that people are trying to be or whatever. But then it's like, well, is that gonna make me happy? I didn't even think about it really. It wasn't about, that's gonna make me happy. It was more about, I guess, like, go to school all these years, and then like, how can you make your life better later? And that was more what it was about. But then I tried so hard to do things the professional way or whatever, you know, contacting art directors for freaking official magazines and freaking companies that, they're all big companies, and like, you can work for these companies and make money and be a fucking adult or whatever. I tried that shit, but like, I went to college. I graduated from this supposedly well-known good school or whatever, but then it's like, what did I get? Nothing. Nothing. I get stupid 2 emails from some art directors and nothing else. It's like, that's what I went to school for, to just be like disregarded. It's just another artist. I'm just gonna send some stupid email to this person because I'm not gonna take any time to look at their art because I don't know. Like, who knows? Who knows why those stupid idiots didn't look at my website? I mean, if they would have actually looked at my art, they wouldn't have just sent me a stupid email that they sent me. But I was frustrated, I was annoyed, but what was I supposed to do? I'll still try to be an illustrator. I'll send out more emails to other art. Fuck all that shit. I already sent out 50 emails to these art directors that are supposedly the people I'm supposed to be working for, and they didn't help me. And so I was like, well, I guess I gotta do something else, because that's not helping me. So I just went back to who I was before I went to stupid art school. I was just making art just because I make it, not to be an illustrator, to be a professional. It was more just, well, I like making art. I like painting walls. So I guess, I'll paint walls if I get a nice big wall or whatever. And yeah, so luckily things aligned, because I went to my friend's art show because I didn't know what else to do. I was like, I could stay in New York, go to California, I could, who knows what. I was like, nah, what, I'll just come back to my hometown, spend some time with my parents. And then I find out my friend was having an art show. I was like, all right, I guess I'll just come back for his art show, see what happens with that. And no, it worked out great because my Hebrew teacher was there, and she's like talking to me. She's like, I go to this car place, and the guy, he wants a mural, and I know you just got back from New York, art school and all this or whatever. And I'm just like, well, I'm not really that interested in cars, but I guess I'll call him. But then it was like, well, nah, it was destiny as well, because the guy who I ended up contacting, freaking, his son went to freaking elementary school with me. I'm talking to him, and he's all like, Shannon, blah blah blah, and I'm like, wait a minute, Shannon. He's like, Eddie, Shannon. It's like, and I put the pieces together. I was thinking like Kit, and like, just different friends from freaking Park Hill Elementary School and stuff. And and then I realized, and then I'm like, huh. And then it was like, huh, all right, so I ought to see what this is about. And then freaking, yeah, I put my effort into trying to make a professional way of doing art for this professional place that sells cars or whatever. And he asked me how much I wanted, and I don't know. I didn't really know what to say. It's like, of course I think that my art's good. Like, of course I thought I should get paid like good money, but at that time I was like, I don't really need to ask for the amount of money that I really think my art is worth, because I don't really need it. That's the way I thought about it. It wasn't that that was the only reason, really. I didn't need to have a lot of money. I could get paid whatever. But I knew that my art's good, so I asked for a, a certain amount that I thought would be positive. So, after I worked on the mural for like 7 months or whatever, I'm like, well, I really should have asked for more, but it's okay. But anyways, it is what it is. I think whatever you end up experiencing in life, you can build on that, and yeah, later on I could build on that. I mean, I still have not been paid what I really should be paid for my art, but then again, it's like I haven't really tried to go all out and get paid the proper amount, because like at one time I was trying to get like a art representative, and I contacted like, I don't know, 3 different art representatives, and that didn't really pan out, and I was like, all right, well, I could try more, but I'll just do it myself and see how things go or whatever. But yeah, I just printed out some new pages for my magazine at the freaking 7-Eleven, and it's just like, wow, it's amazing that I was able to do that. And now I feel like I'm back on my vibe of just doing what I do. It's not about doing it for this amount of money or doing it for this reason or this or that. No, it's just I like working on my magazine. I like printing out pages, and I told myself I wanted to make 10 issues of my magazine, and I got my first issue done, and then issue 2 I started working on. Hopefully it's still recording. Let's see. Oh, thank goodness. All right, so we're gonna do like a little bit more. Okay. So yeah, I got issue 2 going, and then it's just like I thought I would like be able to finish issue 2 faster than issue 1, but now it almost seems like it's taking longer for issue 2 than issue 1. Let's see, 2017 to 2024. Let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 7 years. Wow. I thought I was gonna finish issue 2 freaking in like 2019, I think, something like that, and that would have been better, because it's like, well, issue 1 took me 6 years, issue 2 only takes 2 years, But no, I didn't get to finish it. I remember the day I was trying to officially release my magazine or whatever, and I tried to set it up. I went to the gallery, the Hip Gallery in Brooklyn, super cheap gallery, and I tried to make a connection with the gallery people. I tried to do some painting, and then that phase fizzled off too. It was just like, all right, you know what? You guys are trying to be hip. You guys are trying to have a good gallery or whatever, but you're not really being open to me, because I tried to apply to try to work with the gallery, and the guy, I don't know, he just kind of was acting kind of like nonchalant and stuff. It's just like, I don't know, but that's okay. Again, I don't know. It's hard to say why things happen how they happen, but and then I asked my friend to see if I could do some live painting at his concert that was going on. I think like in a few days after that. I think it was like April 16th or something. 2019, something like that. I don't know, 2018. I don't remember the exact year right now, but yeah. So I was trying to. So then I printed out a whole bunch of stuff that I would like hand out to people when they come to my release of my magazine, and have this, Yeah, I think my birthday was coming up, and then my parents came out. We ate at this restaurant I liked, but I was trying to set up like some like event for issue 2, and that just never happened. It just never happened, and I think I think it's interesting because like if it had happened, then then I would have worked on issue 3, and and I would have kept going with all that. But since it didn't happen, I just still worked on issue 3. And issue 3 ended up being just all online, even though I wanted it to be 10 issues that are all printed magazine. Um, issue 3 just became an Instagram page, and I think that's kind of interesting because I don't know. It's just interesting how like you may think you want to do something a certain way, and you try to have it work that way, and then if it does work that way, it feels good because that's what you wanted. But if it ends up working a different way, that's okay because that's just like what it ended up as. So I feel really good about issue 1, and I feel really good about issue 2. It's just not done. And then issue 3 is just interesting. It's like there's so much, but yet again, there's nothing as far as like print goes for issue 3. No, issue 3 is like whoa, like that's like who knows? 20 years from now, who fucking knows? But like, of course, even though things took way longer and are taking way longer than I would have wanted them to, I'm still gonna continue doing it to try to make that 10 issues that I really wanted to do, because that was like a goal that I told myself. I said I read Mad Magazine as a kid, and there were so many issues, and I like that way of having something put together, like just amazing art, tons of pages and fun, and interesting. And it's like there's not a single person that I can say thinks the way I think about Mad Magazine, because like I have friends that I did art with, but we didn't like talk about Mad Magazine. We didn't read Mad Magazine together. But like I I have this like love for Mad Magazine. Like it shaped so much of my interest in life when I was younger. And then I dreamed for working for Mad Magazine, and then freaking I met the art director Sam Viviano, and that was awesome. But then I didn't do art for Mad Magazine. I thought I was going to. Then I became friends with some artists from Mad Magazine, the cover artist, Mark Fredrickson, freaking Herman Mejia, one of the great illustrators for Mad Magazine. Went to a studio in Brooklyn, met him. That was super cool. I consider him my friend. Like, went to his gallery show. I mean, these are things that happened in my life that I never knew were gonna happen, and I never knew were gonna happen how they happen. But they make me who I am. They make me feel good about what I was striving for. But then, like I said again, with the whole art director thing, that didn't work how I thought. And then with Mad Magazine, it fizzled out too. Like Mad Magazine is like nothing now. I mean, it is still being made. I should actually see what the current issue is actually. Probably up to like issue 50 by now or something. Yeah, they moved from New York to California. There's a new art director, there's a new editor, and it's a different thing now. But I think it's interesting because before it came to the end of Mad Magazine, how it was, and became the new Mad Magazine, I started working on my magazine. So I think there's something to that, because I didn't get to be part of Mad Magazine, but my magazine, I would say, is definitely very much inspired by the way Mad Magazine went about things. And I think so. Even though we live in a time where Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff's important, yeah, I cannot disregard the fact that Mad Magazine is very important in my life and other people's lives. Whether it's as important anymore, not necessarily. Video games as well. I think. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really involved with video games because I stopped playing them. But like again, it's like there's certain things in life that like made things the way they were made, and like you can't disregard that. You can't just say, oh well, whatever. You can't. That's just impossible. So that's why I say I want to say I appreciate what I know. I want to say I appreciate what I experienced, and I want to say that, look, ima Nippon ni imasu. So desu ne. Yes.